Hello YouTube, it's Chris, Harriet Pipes. I promised you another video, didn't I? Cheers, it's a warm one today. We're into the 30s here the last couple of days. And it's pretty warm. Garden's going great guns. Where did I put that? I'm disorganized. Where's my tamper? There it is. Courgettes are rocketing up. Potimarrons have just started to run. Potatoes won't be long for new potatoes, but I might leave them this year a little bit longer and get some big ones. Strawberries have been fantastic. Raspberries are out in force. Blueberries are doing good. Rhubarb's rocketing up. Yeah. Tomatoes are going along nicely. My neighbours are better, but mine are still good. Yeah, I like this time of year. I think we'll be self-sufficient in courgettes for a year. Probably make a lot of ratatouille and jar them up and things. The only thing that's been unsuccessful for the second year in a row are the pissing chili plants. I tried to order, I've changed companies now, I've had enough of them. I won't name them, it's not right, but anyway. The company I was using, I used to buy seeds from, and the seeds are really good, but they let me down last year on the seeds. And the seeds arrived too late. When they just have like a housekeeping. Cornell and Deal's Bio Morning Mixture in the shop apple. Very nice. Yeah, you can order seeds, you can order plants, you know, small plants ready for planting out, or supposedly ready for planting out. They've been crap. They're too weedy, they've got no root base. So they're long spindly stalks and nothing underneath, you know. So they're just struggling. Hopefully they'll set root, but they're just taking their sweet time. They've not died. One lost all its leaves and started growing leaves again. But they only ship like once a year, around April time. So the seeds, that's too late for seeds, especially if you want hot chilies. You need to get them under lights and plant them early. So I've got seeds now from another company. So next year is chili year, because I had no problem growing them at altitude in the Alps. But you know, in this beautiful, perfect conditions, I can't seem to get them going because I'm being let down. Anyway, that's, gosh, 4 minutes talking about chilies and gardens and whatnot. So, I've got 7 pipes to show you. That's why we're all here, isn't it? These will come into St Claude. And I've started another 6. And that's it for St Claude. Apart from the fledglings, which take a couple of days. So I'll then be carrying on with my my commissions. So those of you that have got commissions, don't worry, it's all in hand and we're on target. Okay, so it's been a different week this week to last week. Last week I was struggling to find a smooth. This week I was struggling to find anything else. I ended up with 1 blasted pipe and 6 smooths. So there's been a lot of sanding by hand. Let's just go through them. I'll show you the sandblasted one first. So, sandblasted one. Let's get you can see that for the shape, and over here for the colours because it elongates on my lens, sorry. But there's the shape of the volcano. Nice blast. Almost perfect rings, but the bird's eye just fell onto the side there, as you can see. So not perfect, which is why I blasted it anyway. But the rings are really nice. Look at that. Smooth rim and smooth bottom. Good work. Let's see if you can get some bird's eyes. There you go, you get the picture. Nice bit of bird's eye there. There we go, pipe number 1. Oh, well, let's do the 2 volcanoes together. And hopefully not knock my phone over. So the other one was a smooth. That's a black and orange contrast. I like that on volcanoes. I left quite a lot of the black in, you see, so the orange just sort of highlights. It's a cool effect. Nice and shiny, as you'd expect. And this is, now you can see the single swirl Cumberland with the grey, black and grey. Very cool. And yeah, more of that loveliness underneath. And a sort of a scalloped rim. I've done it on both of them. You know, I like to do that with my volcanoes to mirror the bottom. There we go. If you need to see, if you want to see pictures, you want to have a proper look, then it's already up on my Instagram and my Facebook and whatnot. A little poker. Just an ebonite stem. Nice bird's eyes on that side. And nice enough on that side. Of course it sits. No, you can't see that. It sits. A little bit shorter than I usually do on a poker, but only a few millimeters. And what else have we got? Oh, the prints. So this is a vulcanized rubber ebonite green stem rather than the Eldritch stuff. It's a little bit paler than the British Racing green that Chris does, but I quite like it. It's a little bit more understated, and it goes very nicely with that stain. Broken up with a French boxwood ring. I'm happy with that print. There we go, that's the prints. Little billiard. Look at that. I do like. You know, volcanoes, all that stuff. Me personally, this is my favourite pipe. I love. It reminds me of my grandfather's pipe. Hang on. This is my grandfather's pipe. A little Benson and Hedges billiard. And the one I've made is even smaller, but I do like a small bowl. So yeah, and that's got the classic Cumberland. Nice grain on that as well. Going around. So yeah, it reminds me of my granddad's pipe as well as my favourite. Then what else? Oh, I've been playing with Fordites. So this Bulldog has got Fordite chevrons on it. Cool, huh? And finally, a classic, ooh, hello. Almost knocked you off. A classic Dublin. Just a tiny, tiny forward cant on the bowl there. Just for a bit of elegance, and some really nice bird's eye on both sides of that. It's a good cross cut. So there we go. Had a little chat with Jonathan X1X. The last couple of days we've been messaging each other a bit. It's always nice to keep in touch with people. And Father John had on his Parsons Progress, he had he didn't like the lack of finish on his Nording pipe, and he was wondering how to get it off. He tried all sorts of chemical stuff. So he tried alcohol. I think he tried acetate, nail polish remover. That didn't work. I said to him, short of a polishing wheel with compound, he's probably better off just sanding it, which he did, and it worked, so he was happy. Almost like I know what I'm talking about, isn't it? No, so he's done that, and he's got access to some beeswax. So I think he said he's got a polishing wheel, but he can't access it at the minute because he's in limbo for God knows how long, doing up his cottage that he's bought, living in a caravan. So I would suggest some Danish oil. If you watch this, Father John, let that sort of soak in a bit and buff it off, and that's what gives you the base for the shine, is the oil. The wax just gives a final finish. The wax rubs off, it doesn't go into the wood as much, so you need some oil in there for the wax to shine and keep it shine. Okay. Well, sounds like everyone's finishing work and coming back on their motorbikes and things because it's nice and sunny day. I'm going to finish my bowl and put these pipes away so they don't get dusty. I have started another 6 already, but they're not really in any shape. You know, they're all sort of at that sort of stage, so that's next week's work. I know a couple of them are going to be rusticated, which is good enough because I need some rusticated pipes to take with me. They're all smooth and sandblasted at the minute. So yeah, all the rough shaping, most of the rough shaping is done on those 6. They all got done today, marked out, drilled, a couple of free hands. So yeah, that's sort of work in progress, and then I'll have my 20 that I wanted. So target will soon be achieved well in advance of the event itself, which is always nice. Yeah, I shall start knocking off a few commissions off the list again from next week onwards. Yeah, and that's all there is to tell you, really. I'm going to be at Bruno's tomorrow, last day for a while, because we've got the St Claude thing coming up, and he's super busy with people and organisation and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just going to help him out wherever I can, I suppose. But looking forward to seeing everyone that's coming to St Claude. It's shaping up for a great show. I don't know if you've been watching the Instagram post that Bruno's been putting up, but every day he puts up two of the makers that are going to be there, and there's a pretty star-studded list. So I'm super excited to meet some famous pipe makers. Okay, all the best, everyone. You take care. I guess middle of next week again, I shall be in touch with a new vid. Take care, everyone.